I think I got everything running. Okay. All right. Let this play for a couple of seconds. My lovely intro. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's neat. I like it. All right, let's put up our background. Hello. The big reveal. This is like messing up the design of my shirt. I don't like it. Don't eat the homies. Let's burn down the slaughterhouses. Figuratively, of course. All right, so how do you morally justify not being vegan? Animals are sentient just like you and I. So how do you morally justify using them without their consent for your benefit? Oh, it's so dark, no wonder. Oh, of course, you don't want to just function. There we go. Hello, look, I'm here. I was hiding, but now I'm back. Yes, but humans taste good. Does that morally justify me farming and unaliving humans for their flesh because I think they taste good? Baby bacon. Oh, yes, I forgot to pull my message. I am taking guests. You got to be over 18. All right, pull this over here. Hey, Kay. Are you over 18?
How's it going?
It's going well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So how do you morally justify not being vegan?
Well, eating animals is not is in no wise offending any of the moral parameters of my worldview.
Okay. So do you recognize that animals are sentient?
It's irrelevant. So, but let's just so we don't talk past each other. Do you believe morality is subjective?
So I'm asking you a question. Do you understand that
Right, right.
animals are sentient?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're sentient. But is morality subjective or objective?
So since they are sentient, do you understand that humans are sentient?
So I've already eaten your worldview alive, and you realize it.
No. I think that
So
you're
is it
actually a
subjective or
coward. I
objective?
think I think you're a coward because you're trying to
Is it
tell me
subjective or
you're a
objective?
coward. All right. You're
Well, I've
clearly
already
here just to
destroyed
be
you.
a dick. You can have a great day. So, yes, morality is subjective. Yes, we will both think that different things are right and wrong. But I think we can agree on something. I think you agree that locking a dog in a car that's hot is immoral. I think you agree that breeding dogs for dogfighting is immoral because you care about the victim. You care about the dogs and that they're going to suffer, right? So I would rather have a true, honest conversation rather than you just like trying to laugh so loud. I know that, you have to compensate.
How you
Jeremiah,
doing?
are you over 18?
I am 32.
Okay. So how do you morally justify not being vegan?
I don't think you could morally justify being. I just like chickens just look good. I ain't gonna hold you. You feel me?
Okay, so what if it was my culture to breed human babies and turn them into
Yeah,
bacon? Is
that'd
that
be
moral from
cool.
your perspective?
Nah, that's cold.
Yeah. Why?
It's something about like I think I heard someone talk about like chickens are just like these dumb animals. You feel me?
Okay, so
Like
these
oh,
babies are
go
dumb
ahead.
humans.
Yeah,
Why is
nah.
it immoral then for me to turn
Yeah,
them
it'd
into
be
bacon?
cold. I be seeing like them videos, and I'm like, ah, man, it's tough.
So you agree it would be immoral for me to breed babies to turn them into bacon, right?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, why?
Oh, it's just cruel. It's just mean, you know.
Yeah, because they can suffer, right?
Like I don't. I try not to eat beef. You feel me? I don't like. Have you seen a cow? You feel me? I, I think
So
they should
what's
stop.
stopping you from eating plant-based products instead? What's stopping
I
you
don't
from living a life
know.
without using? Okay. So is it just something you just haven't thought about?
Like affordability too. Sometimes.
I mean, is it something you just haven't thought about, or is it genuinely that you think it's too expensive?
I mean, of course. I don't eat meat
Okay.
that. I mean, I do like
Okay. So I
turkey.
asked you a question. You just said, of course. I asked you between two things. Is it that it's too expensive, or that you just haven't thought about it?
Both.
Why aren't you vegan?
Sometimes both.
Okay,
Um,
so if it's about cost,
mhm,
the cheapest diet is actually vegan. A whole food
mhm.
plant-based diet is 30% cheaper than the common diet that's around you. So if you're worried about maybe you don't know where to get everything from, I have resources right here. Nutritionfacts.org has what's called the Vegan Daily Dozen. And all it is just a checklist to make sure you get everything you need in a day just by eating whole plant-based foods.
Mm.
And I think you'll find that a lot of the substitutions that you would make are actually really, really delicious,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Because I'll let you know I'm newly vegan, like this month, newly vegan, and just had the best vegan grilled like cheese sandwich ever.
Yeah.
And it tasted exactly like regular American cheese. I
Yeah.
like my mind is continually blown by how good these products are.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. No.
But let's say because not that long ago, a lot of these products were still not that great. I would challenge you that what's more important, someone's entire life, or your 15 minutes of taste pleasure.
I don't know. I'm just. Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. Let's say you were the one that was about to lose your life so that somebody else could get taste pleasure from your body. Do you feel that's fair to you?
That's mainly. I guess in a like society where they like eat humans.
Would you find that fair?
I guess. Yeah.
You would find it fair? You would
Is that
be,
fair?
okay, take my body? I think you're being disingenuous. I think that you would fight for yourself, and if you wouldn't, you should. You're an important individual.
Yeah.
Humans can do a lot, you know? You have a lot of privilege and power that you can utilize. Don't give up, right? Fight for yourself. Someone tries to schmurder you, you protect yourself.
I mean, yeah. I'm talking about like if I was. Like,
So I'm talking about you as you are right now, and
yeah.
somebody wants to eat you. Do you think that's fair when they could eat something else?
Um. Again, I'm not like I hear
I
you.
mean, it's
Like
not that hard of a question. Just answer it.
I just kind of like
Can you answer it?
my brain just got kind of fried for
You
real.
can't say yes or no. I would like to live.
Of course, I would like to live.
Okay. You would like. How quickly would you want your oppressor to stop? Immediately,
No.
or do you want him to wait a little while? Keep using you.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm
I know
just
you're
saying.
not answering me either, though, which is also a dodge. You don't want to take responsibility for your own actions. You have a lot of power. Yeah, that's what I thought. So every person that goes vegan can save like 100 to 300 animals a year. You know, you as an individual matter, right? Even if you're standing in a crowd of 100 individuals, you're having your own subjective experience, right? You care about what happens to you. And if you could save 100 individuals also having a subjective experience, that's huge. You can make a huge difference, and it's so easy. How you doing, Kelly?
I'm doing great, thanks. Now that I've eaten lunch, I was really like hangry and upset.
I get the same way.
So I
Yeah.
lost the remote control to my remote control bed, and I'm just like
Oh.
beyond upset
I'm not gonna
about
lie,
it.
I don't know
So
how that's like, but I'm sure that's frustrating.
it's very frustrating. So now I have to figure out what I'm gonna do about it. Brr. Third world problems.
Oh, you mean first world problems, right?
Oh, first word. Yeah, first world problems. Sorry.
No, you're
I'm
good.
also tired.
It's all good. You're in good company. I also have been just kind of tired today. I didn't go to bed on time, and I don't know, just thinking a lot. I've been watching a lot of stuff about animal outreach and whatnot, and I don't know. There's some people that give me hope in the world, and some people that just bring me back down to feeling pessimistic. But
Yeah,
whatever.
I feel ya.
Are you ready to take on have a chat with some of these lovely people?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Is this the blackest night?
Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for inviting me up. I appreciate it.
Are you over 18?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
46.
Right on. So how do you morally justify not being vegan?
You know, I don't disagree with your position on that. I don't think there's any reason to eat. I believe that, and I apologize for my voice. It's not that I'm inebriated. It's because I have MS, and my that causes me to speak like this. So I apologize.
You don't have to apologize for that at all.
Yeah, no
Okay.
apologies necessary. Appreciate
All
you
I
being
want
up
to
here.
say is I agree 100% in vegetarian.
Okay.
But
Do you know what
here's
happens to
here's the
cows?
th-
Well, do you know what happens to cows and cows and chickens? What happens to the
yes,
dairy
I do.
cows and the chickens that lay your eggs?
But I also know that
Well, I want to talk about it first. I want to make sure that you know because a lot of people will say they know, but they don't. Do you understand that?
I know the dairy industry is bad.
Let's talk about it
I
for a
know
second.
I
Let's
know
talk about it for
the
a second, Blackest Night. So for the dairy
I am
cow,
talking about it right now.
well, allow
I
me to
am.
respond. So the dairy cow,
How can you
she's a
respond to
mammal.
something? How
Goodness
can you
gracious, Blackest Night. Can you pause for a second? This is my live. All right? A dairy cow is a mammal.
Yep.
My goodness. You didn't even answer my question. How do you morally justify not being vegan? You just went on with your own thing. That's frustrating. Go ahead, Kelly. Sorry.
No, I was saying it's just like so simple to answer questions, but people don't want to actually answer questions.
And I'll happily answer their questions. I just want my questions answered first. That's why I'm live, right? If you have
Exactly.
questions, why don't you go live? Or, you can private message me if it's, too hard to communicate this way because I'll talk over you. I want to get to the point, I don't care about these side travels.
Right, 100%.
All right. Come on up, Mike. Hey, are you over 18?
Yep, I'm 34.
Okay. So how do you morally justify not being vegan?
Didn't you say that morality was subjective?
How do you morally justify not being vegan? I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
Because I don't feel like it's wrong. It's not immoral.
Okay. So yes, morality is subjective, but I think that you and I will agree on some things. Do you think that it's moral to leave a dog in a hot car?
Yeah, I do.
You think it's moral to leave a dog in a hot car?
Oh, excuse me. No, you said, I think you'll agree with me. Do you think it's immoral to leave a dog in a hot car?
Do you think it's moral to leave a dog in a hot car?
Not moral.
Okay, I'm glad we agree on that. Do you see why I don't really care to answer morality is subjective or not? Because clearly it is, but we agree on some stuff. So talking about subjectivity is pointless.
Right, but if you say it's subjective, that would mean that some things that
So you and I already have clarified that even though I am, because you're going on about subjectivity, and I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the animals and why you're still using them. So I understand you said that you don't think it's wrong, but you do think it's wrong to cause a dog unnecessary suffering in a car. So I want to discuss that hypocrisy a little bit. Why is it okay to cause a dog, or not okay, to cause a dog unnecessary harm, but okay to do it to cows, pigs, chickens, fish, etc.?
Because I like to eat them.
So
what's subjectively wrong with it?
So is it okay that I kick dogs for fun?
Not to me. But
Okay,
those are
why
just
not?
subjective
But why
things
not?
that we agree to.
Mike, why do you think that I'm immoral for kicking dogs for fun?
Because I don't think anything should be abused. But I'm not saying.
What does that mean, though? Does that mean you care that the dog will suffer?
Can I bring up a point?
Do you agree that the dog will suffer?
Yeah, but I don't.
Do you care that the dog will suffer unnecessarily? Like, I can go kick something else, right? That dog does not need to go through that. Is that why you care? Or is it that you're worried about my foot? Or the efficiency of kicking a dog? What do you care about, Mike? Mike, what do you care about? What do you care about?
People?
Do you care about the dog?
I care more about the
Did you
people.
care?
I don't
See, I'm not going to talk to you because you're disingenuous. You're not a good person. You're just up here to defend animal abuse by jumping around without talking about the subject. You're a coward. You're a coward. You think that someone kicking a dog or locking them in a car is immoral? Then guess what? Escalating the violence for your tongue entertainment is also immoral. You're just doing it for fun. You can get everything you need from a plant-based diet. And if you would just hush a bit and listen, maybe you would learn something. But instead, you just have to push your narrative of subjectivity, which is just pointless to go on about. We agree Jeffrey Dahmer shouldn't have been harming humans, even though he went about it in a way that he tried to decrease their suffering from his pleasure of using their bodies. We agree it was still immoral for him to do that. Like, there's no disagreement there. And yet you're going to sit there and go on about morality being subjective. Like, you're ridiculous.
Sorry, I had a phone call. That may happen
that's
again. I'm just warning you.
I
My
don't
poor
care.
dog.
It's okay.
I left and it had storming. My dog had really bad storm anxiety and he like destroyed part of his crate. So that's also another reason why I'm just like scatterbrained today.
That's okay. No worries. If you ever
Why do
use...
people in the chat always ask me like, Kelly, can I come up? I want to come up. Like,
Oh, because they know that you have power, so they're just gonna. It's just.
I
it's,
get
that's
it.
just TikTok. Those are gonna be
Okay.
kids and. But I'm just gonna bring up the people because sometimes there are people I don't want to have up, and I just don't always want to
Yeah.
communicate that I don't want them up. So.
Yeah. But I hate when they ask me. I'm like, it's not
just
my
ignore.
live. Like,
just
ask the
ignore 'em.
host.
Yeah, just ignore them. It's okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. But you're welcome. If anybody in the chat does, I don't know actually if I've changed settings for you. I'll have to do it afterwards because I feel like it doesn't always work. But if you don't have powers, I'll make sure you do later for sure. I want you to be
Nice.
able to mute people and stuff.
Yeah, muting people would be my number one thing, especially the people who just like spam the same thing over and over, being stupid.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
that plants have feelings and can feel.
I mean, it's okay.
I
I
will-
don't want them spamming, but if someone's
Yeah.
saying those statements, that's okay. But yeah, spamming is
Yeah,
not
no,
okay.
they spam it for sure. They do.
Yeah, they do.
It makes me not happy.
I feel it. All right, let's bring up paper.
You're annoying, JTB.
Paper racket.
How's it going?
It's going all right. Are you over 18?
Yes, I am.
Okay, right on. So how do you morally justify not being vegan?
You can't.
Okay, so why are you up here?
Well, because I've always wondered. Well, I've never heard anyone talk about the end game or what happens if we do get society to switch to vegan.
Oh, well, we would reduce our land use, our agricultural land use by 75%, which would reduce the greenhouse gases that they release, I believe, by like 50%. We would also reduce water eutrophication and, I already said land use by 75%, water use by like 20 or 30%. We could feed 10 billion people on a quarter of our ag land. And then like maybe rewild the rest so we could also have carbon sequestration. So a lot of good things.
Yeah, that part makes sense. I mean, what do we do with the animals that are no longer being used?
Well, so
How do we
I will
support,
answer this,
provide?
but I want to be clear. Do you understand that it happening overnight is
Oh, no,
is
it would
just
be- it'd
ridiculous?
be-
Okay, it's a
it'd be
hypothetical
50,
that I'll
100, yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
entertain it, but it's not something that we actually need to solve. The issue is that we need to get we need a bigger percentage of people to recognize animal sentience, and that we'll make choices as a group of people, right? What we want to do from there. But what I would say is if the world went vegan overnight, that means everyone has the perspective that they don't want to use someone for their benefit when they don't have to, and we would care about those individuals that we have bred into existence and take care of them in their best interest. And right now we use a lot of subsidies to fatten them up. And since we would no longer allow them to breed anymore, we'd have a much smaller group and we could just take care of those individuals until they naturally pass away. Many of them, like by the billions, would pass away within 8 years because that's their maximum lifespan. And then from there, it would be some cows that would be for maybe another 10 years. And then we'd have no more domesticated animals. We won't have to talk about the morality of using someone or not.
So you would just let them call themselves, basically?
Cole? No, I said live out their lives. So
Yeah,
what I would
know.
hope
So
to do is
no more breeding, no
right, no more
more
breeding.
freedom,
Yeah,
no more freedom.
freedom.
They eventually, yeah,
They
they're
don't
no
have
longer.
freedom now. Do you call living in a farm freedom?
Oh,
Because I
I'm not
don't
saying
call
it's
that
freedom,
freedom. I call that
but
slavery.
would you allow ones that are able to breed?
Of course not. You know why?
You
Because
wouldn't.
you know the word domestication, right? It means we have made them dependent on us. So we've literally bred out capabilities in them to survive naturally. It's like leaving a dog in the forest. That would be irresponsible. We have bred out their abilities to truly survive. Some of them might, right? But the majority of them would absolutely perish if we just let them go, or if we just let them procreate. They're going to make more babies that are handicapped, right? And then they need more human care. We can't just let them go off into the wild. So the solution is, like we already currently do, is to maintain their numbers and don't allow them to procreate anymore. They can live happy lives among each other. And then when they naturally pass away, that's it.
And do you think we'll have enough people to give up their traditional jobs or current jobs to take over
Yes.
the
You know
profitable
what?
jobs?
When we had human slavery, there were a lot of jobs on the line then too. And it was a huge part of the economy. But you know what? The benefits of that, those people deserved immediate liberation despite the consequences to the economy or the slave owners. Those people deserved their respect as sentient beings. And I'm saying the animals are the same way. I don't really care about the aftermath stuff. As a group of people, we can figure that out. So let's talk about you now, since we've been talking about the world. Why aren't you vegan?
Uh, I've been vegetarian for a little bit here and there, but
Why?
the the thing comes down to is just no one's perfect.
No, why were you vegetarian?
I had some health issues.
Okay. So do you care about animals and their suffering?
Yeah,
Okay, so you do recognize that they're sentient.
yeah.
All right, so
They
sentience
make way
means,
too many choices not to be.
so yeah, exactly. They make preferences. So what is it then that's different about animals that makes it okay for us to farm them? That means birthing them into existence just to be used and unalived at our convenience. What justifies that to animals, but not justify me doing that to humans?
Never said it was.
So you think it's moral to enslave humans?
I don't think any of it's good.
Okay, so
So why aren't you vegan?
Yeah, why aren't you vegan then?
If you don't think it's good, then why aren't you vegan?
Because I'm human.
Okay, but that's not.
So you don't want to actually think
But,
about
well,
anything.
basically, because why? Because no one has figured out the actual end game yet. If we could
But
figure
I
out the
just
end
gave
game,
you the end game. The end game is that when you stop demanding that their bodies be born into existence, then we won't have this issue. Guess how these producers work. They go by your demand. You walk into wherever you're going, a restaurant, even a friend's house, okay, a grocery store. You take the animal products. They're gonna replace what you took. That means you're literally sending the next individual in there. When you remove your demand, when you purchase plant-based products, those companies decrease how many individuals they breed into existence. They don't want to lose money. And in fact,
Then-
many of them have transitioned to making vegan products because they're losing many of their people, many of their customers.
why? Then
So
why
they're
don't
watching your purchase.
vegans-
You have power. You can
Yeah.
save 100 to 300 animals.
Then
Yes.
why aren't more vegans just buying the whole cow to begin with from the farm to save?
So you didn't listen to anything I said and just went on with your own freaking circus in your brain. Well, you have a good day then. Ridiculous.
It's like even when you spell it out, it doesn't even matter.
Like
people
what was
just
that
don't
comment?
care.
Yeah, what was that comment? Why don't the vegans buy the whole cow? So you literally were just on the moon and then you heard me pause and you're like, meat? Like, goodness, I thought you were an adult. Maybe grow up and learn something.
Yes, Ciara, I know. I'm sitting here just like snapping in my mind, like, yes, girl, yes.
I don't want to be fired, though.
Preach.
I don't want to be fired though, man. I really want to talk to people that want to change. These debate bros just kill me. Like, it's either farmers that are
Same.
like, animals don't really matter, or it's debate bros trying to be on this technicality that morality is subjective. And I just,
Yeah. Or
drives me nuts.
it's farmers who are like, but I take such good care of them, and then I kill them.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let's take on another, I guess.
Jacob.
Hey, Jacob, are you over 18?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Are you over 18?
Yes, I'm 23.
Okay. So, how do you morally justify not being vegan?
Like I'm kind of on the fence about it too, because I was vegan for a while, but I low-key went back.
Why did you go vegan at all?
Um, it's not really about like the morals part for me, to be honest. It's just like it's just gross. Like it just grosses me out to the like to where I can't do
So
it.
you're more
It
like
is.
more plant-based then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So do you know what the animals go through? You said gross, but I don't know if you've actually like seen anything.
Well, yeah, I've kind of done my research and seen like how the process goes down, and that just turned me off in general for a while.
Okay. So what makes it okay now?
Um, it's not like it's really okay. It's just kind of I don't know. It's kind of like you can tell yourself it's okay, and it's just like that's how it works.
Okay. Well, what I would say is I would go watch Dominion.
For
Honestly.
sure.
I think you need to see what all the animals go through, including under these humane labels and what they're allowed. Because when you go into that store, they expect that you're going to print a picture in your mind of these happy animals, right? Just all their feathers, happy, maybe mothers
Well,
with their
yeah.
babies. But that's
And then the
not case.
slaughterhouse.
Not even just the slaughterhouse, even where they're raised. But yes, the slaughterhouse, they all go to the same one.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty wicked. Like, but I also agree. Well, not agree with you, but I feel like there's probably a better way to go about it. You know,
Like how?
like just I guess how the humans lived naturally back then. Just kill like the animals like for only what you need. You know, instead of just
Instead of the
like
K word, say
overly killing
unalive.
them. Oh yeah, I guess yeah, unalive. My bad.
All right, so are we in a state of survival right now, or do you have a grocery store?
No, we have no. I
Okay.
feel like we don't even need meat
So
at this point.
right now, we can thrive on plants. The Academy of
Yeah.
Nutrition and Dietetics, one of the largest group of diet professionals that focus on how nutrition affects your health. They have all agreed that a vegan diet is safe and healthy and even preventative to many of our chronic ailments like cardiovascular disease or diabetes.
Yeah.
So since you can get everything you need on a plant-based diet, then like what is stopping you from just using plants or anything else?
Hmm. I mean, I guess it was just easier for a while, but there's nothing really stopping me, to be honest. I guess just me being lazy.
So
Then go for it.
Yeah, I
Go
was gonna say
for
like
it.
I would take a screenshot. These resources are great because Dominion, to me, Dominion is the why. It's like you see this and you're like, I don't want to support this. I'm watching essentially someone kicking their dog, and I'm paying this person, for whatever comes
Yeah.
out from this. So that's what Dominion is knowing what you're demanding. Every time you pick up those products, they send the next individual in for that treatment under your dime for your name. And then if you're worried about getting all your nutrition, this nutritionfacts.org, they have what's called the Vegan Daily Dozen. You can even just Google Vegan Daily Dozen. And it's just an easy checklist to make sure you get everything you need from Whole Foods. That way you can make sure you get all your nutrition. And then if you want to try other vegan products, you just do it for fun and taste pleasure.
Okay, I bet. Yeah, thanks for that, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole point is, if in your principles, we're talking about your principles, it doesn't matter what other vegans do or say. It's what you want to support. And I personally, I don't want to demand someone's oppression when I can avoid doing so, And I think everyone
Yeah.
else should too, because if you were in their situation, you would want the same mercy.
Yeah, I agree with what you say. Like, we don't really need, like, we're in a time and like point in time where like, we don't need to eat. Like, we don't have to kill animals for food anymore. Like, we're surviving just fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like not everyone's gonna change, and it's just always gonna be there.
That's
So it's kind of
okay.
easy to just be like, oh, I'll just
It's about
deal with
vegan is
them.
about you. It doesn't matter what other people. It's what you want to support. Do you want to be a part of
Yep.
that?
No.
Right. And that's all that matters. If you find like-minded people, that's one thing, right? That's kind of what vegans do, is that we all do have similar morals. But it doesn't matter what other vegans do. It's what you want to support. Veganism is about not wanting to support someone's oppression.
Yeah, sure, I agree.
Cool.
That's a
Yeah,
good point, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, just take a screenshot, check out my resources, and if you check out Dominion or even Nutrition Facts, come and talk to me, private message, or even come back on my live. I'd love to talk to you and see if you have a change of thought, change of mind.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Actually, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming up, Jacob.
Appreciate ya.
Thank you all.
All right, we'll see you later.
Yay, that was so nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's all we care about, is people being legit honest.
Yeah. Hamish. Hi. Are you over 18?
Yes,
Okay. How do you morally justify not being vegan?
because I reckon that unaliving an animal, like an invasive species or defensive.
I can barely hear you, Hamish. I'm so sorry.
Is this better?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
much better.
Like I was saying, I just reckon unaliving an animal, an invasive species to be exact, for instance, is less harm than, sort of destroying entire ecosystems and displacing indigenous populations for
Okay,
soy.
Hamish, I'm going to stop you there. So
Yeah.
actually, the most deforestation and the most actually attacks on native nations are for animal agriculture and their food. We use 83% of our current agricultural land for animals and their food, their pastures, where we keep them, and the food that we're raising for them. If we eliminated animal agriculture, we could reduce our agricultural land by 75%. That means leaving the natural stewards there, right? Not moving people out of their homes. That means giving back land even to the original stewards and letting land rewild and be natural again. And we could thrive on like a quarter of our current ag land and feed 10 billion people.
Yes, you're correct.
But that's if we eliminate animal ag. So your question confuses me because you're saying that veganism is going to cause monocropping or some kind of issue with crops when really the issue comes from animal ag.
Not all animal ag. It's caused by
Did you hear
industrial.
anything I just said?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how much of our agricultural land is dedicated to how much of our agricultural land is dedicated to animal ag?
83 was it? Percent?
83. So this I didn't say though. How much percentage of our total global calories do you think we get from animal products?
No idea.
18. 18%. So we're using 83% of our land, 20 to 30% of our fresh drinking water, all for animals. And we're getting 18% of our calories. We get better from plants. So we can stop using animals, have a greener world, and more food for everybody, and grow fewer plants.
Exactly. That's my point, which is why
That's
we
a
should
vegan
stop
world.
factory farming.
That's a
It's why
vegan
we should-
world.
Yeah, but we should stop factory farming and, try and sort of, unalive invasive species instead.
Wait a second. I want to. So you are for a vegan world?
I do prefer a world without factory farming, yes, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Where,
Do you understand why factory farming exists?
Give me one moment.
Why does it exist? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Why does
Could you
factory
repeat
farming
that?
exist?
Oh, it's the result of consumer demand, I reckon. And
Okay. So
yeah.
that 83% of land that I mentioned is including factory farming. You want to expand that? You want to take up more of our agricultural land?
no, I want to completely abolish factory farming and
No, you're not
focus
listening
on.
though. To meet demand, right? You have to breed animals and cut them up and feed them to people. So if you eliminate factory farming, we're going to get way fewer animals. How are you going to meet your demand?
That is a good point.
I mean, did you not think about, so that's what the issue with what you're thinking. You're thinking, I'm going to be the one that wins in this. I'm going to be the rich person that gets to still eat meat. No, 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 no. Instead, you should be focusing on the victim. Even in your perspective, you're still advocating for slavery. You want someone to be born into existence for you to use so you can lick their muscle. That's disgusting. Eat a plant.
Right.
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 Right. What are you doing?
Right.
Why are you demanding animal abuse? Do you enjoy that an animal suffers for you?
You
care about their welfare, right? You don't like factory farming. Or is it just because it tastes different? Why do you not like factory farming?
Well, because it's cruel.
Oh, so you do care about the animal welfare.
Yeah, I'm not completely blind.
So the fact that we don't need to use animals means that using them is causing them unnecessary harm. They're sentient beings. They don't want to be used. They avoid harm. They're just like you and I. They have their own preferences.
Then morally, they're not.
So why
like,
aren't you vegan? Why are you okay with demanding their oppression?
Morally, they're not like us at all.
Neither are children, or people with dementia, or people who've bumped their head, people born with different neurotypicalities. I don't know how to say that.
Yeah,
not everyone is the same. All humans are different. You and I, extremely different. Our differences aren't why we should respect each other. It's our similarities. We're both sentient. We both care about what happens to us. Animals are exactly the same. Just because they look different and they have different priorities doesn't mean they don't deserve moral consideration like you. They can suffer and they care about that. Just like you care if I was to stick needles in you or something, right? You don't want that. That's uncomfortable. Exactly. So why are you demanding that of animals?
Like I was saying, so when you brought up babies and people with dementia,
you can't even answer though why you're demanding animal abuse. You have to pivot to something else I said.
No, can I just answer?
So why are you demanding animal abuse?
Because, well.
Because what?
Because, right.
I'm going to give you one more time because I can tell you're clearly distracted and you need to go talk to your mom. So
you're not asking a real question because you're accusing me.
Hey, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
I just get frustrated when clearly they're not listening. It's like, okay, well, you can go talk to your mom or your friend or whoever it is that's talking to you. It is getting close to bedtime, I guess. Hey, Lori.
You sound like you're having as much fun as Universe. You're just getting one after another. Oh, my God.
I was thinking about, is he live right now?
Yeah, it was so funny. Yesterday and the day before, he was getting so sick of kids and just jerks coming up and saying shit. He put them all up at one time. Like, he had like 5 up at one time.
Wow.
To figure out who is who.
Yeah.
And then he just started deleting everybody. And I was like, oh, my God, that's really smart.
I have seen people do that. I just, I don't know. I'm hoping that they just leave. I don't know. But I do get fed up with them because,
it was happening all day to him. All day. And so he just finally said, fuck this.
Yeah, seriously.
It was funny. It was funny. Yeah, he's on right
how
now.
Thick they are out.
You should go over after you get off here.
I'm going to a workshop for nonviolent outreach after this. So
okay.
I might have some time before I leave. So I might check out his live. I do want to catch it every time that it's on. I seem to be doing something, but I am following him, so I see when he is live. I'm glad there's more of us out there. That makes me really happy.
Yeah.
We need so many voices.
Well, yeah, you should stop over later. I usually go over there after I see you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be done here in 20 minutes anyway. I'm only going to be up for an hour today, like I said, because I have to go to a thing afterwards. So,
yeah,
but like I said, since that's only 20 minutes, everyone should go check out Universe after this. Yeah. If not, you can head over there now. I only have 27. It was 19 a second ago. Lori, you brought the crowd with you.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh no, what do you mean? I
Oh, I don't know. There was a bump in people.
You mean there's more people wanting to come in?
Just more people in general were in
Oh,
the
now they're
queue.
at 28.
Nice.
Oh, 26.
That's okay. It'll go up and down. I was just like, it was 19 a second ago. I was like, oh, it bumped up.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Hey, Ben. Oh, you're muted. Okay. Are you over 18?
Hey, thanks for accepting the request.
I can't mute.
Oh, okay. I'll drop you and bring you back up. Okay, Lori?
Okay.
Give me 1 second, Ben, if you could. TikTok keeps messing with my mods. I don't know why.
How are chickens not sentient beings?
Are you talking to the chat?
No, I'm talking to Ben.
By the standards.
Go for it.
Well, back to my plant question.
Right, plants.
I think Kelly asked you a question though.
Well, we were talking in the chat. So plants, they do not have a central nervous system. I mean, do you cry for every single blade of grass you cut or step on? Do you not walk on grass at all?
No, but I don't cry for the like the insects that may or may not be in the grass the same way I don't cry over my cheeseburger.
Okay, but you're trying to say that plants have this experience that's equatable to animals.
Well, that's because those are the standards you guys are using. You said that they were no different from people. Perhaps a pig or a dolphin or like a border collie. But, I'm not trying to disparage other creatures, but, cocker spaniels, frickin' chickens, and many other things, alligators, crocodiles, they don't really do a whole lot of thinking. Deer,
I mean, there's definitely a range of what they experience, but all those animals do have those subjective experiences.
So why end the range with the non-botanical life?
Because plants don't have a central nervous system. And this is just me speaking as a person. It may not be what the host agrees with, but
what it is.
Oh, she says
sure.
Yeah.
They use chemicals and hormones very different from the meat.
So to have sentience, you must have the organs like a brain or a central nervous system. You have to have those.
Says who? Well, they have like
science,
a hive
silly.
mind, like they talk with the microbes in the dirt.
So how do you even know what sentience is? What is sentience? Define it to me.
Well, by your definition, you just said it needs a brain and a central nervous system.
No, that's what's
and
required.
Plants do achieve those things, just not through the same methods animals do.
Ben, what is sentience?
Do they not?
Ben, what is sentience?
Well, making obvious free will decisions for yourself, which plants also do.
Sentience is the ability to experience subjective feelings.
And plants do that as well. How do they not?
There's an article. Would you hush? Do you want to hear the answers or you just want to hear yourself talk? So there's an article called Debunking a Myth, Plant Consciousness. Goes over 50 years of plant sentience studies. All the ones that claim that plants are sentient are not they can't repeat them. Not successfully. All the ones that explain the same mechanisms as just responding to stimuli are repeatable. So the conclusion is plants are not sentient. And even if they were, let's steel man you, okay? Let's say you're friends with all these plants. They're sentient. They talk to you. Do you care about their welfare? Do you care about their preferences?
In the same way I do about animals. This is kind of the crux
of
my point.
So that's why it doesn't matter. You're being
disingenuous.
You're being disingenuous because, see, vegans
I'm literally not. I'm proving a point.
You are. Would you shut your fucking hole? God damn. Okay, so if plants are sentient, vegans would want to reduce their harm. We feed most of our plants to animals. Oh, did you learn something there? So even being vegan,
no, just because you say something doesn't mean anything.
I reduce plant harm, okay? So even if I believe that plants were sentient and I cared about their welfare, I'm avoiding their top predator, which is the animals we feed them to. I'm demanding fewer plants be born into existence to be used. I'm being consistent. You are not. You are not recognizing science that says animals are sentient. There's the New York Declaration of Consciousness. There's the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness. Animals are sentient. And if you disagree, you're disagreeing with science. Yeah, I thought you'd run.
Yeah,
I just
bye.
wanted to keep yelling at him until he ran because I knew he was trying to run. He couldn't figure out the buttons. He's like, oh, I don't know how to work this.
Oh no, how do
I'm
I get out of
stressing.
here? Help me.
Hi, Ciara. Sorry, I got kind of weak there.
Just because you say something doesn't make it right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you should take your own advice, Ben.
Yeah. I have
I
evidence.
knew that was gonna. The second you brought him up here, I was like, "Oh gosh, no!" Because we were arguing in the chat, so I was like, "This is gonna be bad."
Literally just crying.
Oh.
He literally said, "Oh, because I'm proving a point."
You made no point. You don't even know your own point. Like, what point are you making? You literally said you think of plants as animals, which is just a misunderstanding of the science. Animals are clearly sentient. We have evidence of it. When you kick a tree, I'm sure you feel nothing compared to kicking a dog, right? It's just such a disingenuous claim. It frustrates me. They're like, I made a point. Like, no, you didn't. You pointed out that you're not smart. You haven't thought about this. Anyway.
Yep. It still blows my mind, even though I hear it every day, that people do no research into what they are trying to argue against.
They say it with their chest, too. They're just like, plants are sentient. The confidence is what blows my mind.
Wild.
Yeah, it is. Wild. All right. Let's bring up another individual. Let's try to, this is a person. I could be just like them. Hopefully they're an honest actor. Let's see what happens. Citizen, are you over 18?
Hello? Oh, shoot. Hello?
Are you over 18?
Oh, sorry, 1 second. Sorry, my earbuds were on the opposite side of the room.
Oh.
Sorry. I feel like you've been up here before, have you?
I don't think so. I've been on a few before, but never this one.
You're over 18, though?
Yeah, 24.
Okay, good. Right on. Just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, okay. So, I guess, how do I justify morally not being vegan is the question. So, I don't know. I think that, like, for me, it's like a spiritual thing. Like, I'm not like a religious person, but like to be part of that cycle kind of makes me feel connected to the world, you know? And I don't know. I like that I can sort
Wait,
of like.
let me see if I understand. You not being vegan is what makes you feel spiritual?
Yeah, I think so, because it's like it makes me feel like I'm a
What?
part.
You
Yeah, because
using and exploiting animals is what makes you feel spiritual?
Oh, can you hear me? There we go. Yeah, so in part, I guess, because it makes me feel like I'm part of the food web that I think we're so removed from, you know?
You going to the, let me just get this straight because this is crazy thinking.
Go for it, yeah.
You going to the grocery store and purchasing dead corpses and animal secretions is what makes you feel connected spiritually.
Well, when you call it secretions, it sounds bad.
But it's literally what it is.
Well,
And
yeah, like
corpses.
so. Obviously, factory farming's evil, right? I mean, anyone who does 5 minutes of research into factory farming recognizes that, right? But I think like if you're like in the state of nature, right? Like I used to raise chickens out here on the little country pasture, right? And we would have them just free roam, right? We had rooster out there protecting all of them. They could do their thing, live their lives. When they start getting old and it's a humane thing, you put them down and then you get to eat them, and it's
Can
just
you break that
it's
down
part
for
of
me?
nature.
What do you do?
I usually you like lop their head off, which isn't ideal. I recognize that, but I mean,
Do you think that that's
at the
a
end of
nice
the
way
day,
to die? Like, do you think that would feel good?
I mean, probably not. No,
Do you think they wanted to
can't
live?
imagine. I'm sure that my granddad in his hospital bed, like unable to walk,
Oh, so this
suffering from
isn't
severe
something you're
dementia,
doing
wants
then.
to live too.
This isn't something
No,
that you're doing.
no. I did this, but like I'm just, because we're all animals, right? Comparing it to humans, like I'm
Yeah,
sure
but
that
you're not
my
a wild
granddad
animal.
did too.
You're different. You are what we call a moral agent. So you can weigh out what's right and wrong, right? You understand that morality has complexity to it, and you can take a situation and decide if it's right or wrong. Animals are not moral agents; they're moral patients.
See, I don't really know.
So that means that they're sentient. That means that they care about what happens to them, but they might be vulnerable to moral agents, right? Moral agents have a responsibility. Since we have the ability to weigh out what's right and wrong, we have a moral responsibility to act on what we think is right and not do what we think is wrong. And if we think that it's immoral for someone to take advantage of another just because they're a different shape or they're vulnerable, then we should recognize that animals are no different than a child.
Definitely. But I think for me, right, like part of me doesn't really know where to draw the line in terms of sentience. Exactly.
Sentience.
Between
Plants are not sentient. Fungus, not sentient.
That's not where I'm going. Promise.
Okay.
That's fucking stupid. That guy was weird. I don't know where to draw the line between me and in terms of responding to stimuli and acting in my own best interest, because they do.
I'll give you an example. The difference is when you look at the sun and your eyes start to water, that's just a reaction, right? You choosing to put your hand to cover your eyes, that's you making a choice. That's you being sentient and doing something about it.
Yeah, but there's definitely aspects of existing as a human that are involuntary, right?
That doesn't matter though. That doesn't matter about respect, right? We care about suffering, someone's ability to experience the world. That's what matters. It doesn't matter if you're a human, who you're related to, what you look like, how intelligent you are. It's that you are someone experiencing the world and you care what happens to you.
Yeah, but like I said though, if I touch a hot pan or something, I'm going to pull away. The signals don't even reach my brain before I pull away.
What does this have to do with animals? Are you trying to say that animals are not sentient?
I mean, again, I don't think that it's
so you
an
can't
on or off
deny
switch.
that animals are sentient. It's science. It's science.
Well, again, I don't think it's an on and off switch. I think that there's a scale
That's
of
what it is, citizen. It doesn't matter what you think. Science doesn't care about your feelings.
Well, I think science would indicate that there's a scale to sentience, right?
No,
Some things can recognize themselves in a mirror.
No, stop talking for a second. You're just talking, okay? Sentience is the ability to experience subjective feelings. That's it. It is binary. You're confusing intelligence with sentience. Self-awareness, sapience. These are different hierarchies of intelligence. But we have humans, you could argue, are not sapient, are literally not intelligent. We still care about them. Humans in comas, for example, right? We still care about them. They are still as someone having an experience. And we care if we're causing them unnecessary harm. That's what's important. I don't care how intelligent someone is on your scale. Sentience is binary. Intelligence, yes, has degrees.
Okay, gotcha. I mean, I disagree because I think that there's some animals.
You need to go educate yourself then, because this isn't my opinion. Citizen, this isn't my opinion. You're telling me your opinion. I'm telling you science.
Okay, well, the science indicates that some animals can recognize themselves in a mirror.
That's called sapience, yes.
Yeah, exactly. And most
sapience is not sentience. Do you hear the difference? Sentience is what I care about, not sapience. I care about someone with the ability. So I think you're not listening.
No,
I'm saying
listening.
You're not, though. You keep pivoting to intelligence over and over again. Let's say that somehow, I hope this never happens to you, but something bumps your head and you lose all your intelligence. You're just as sentient as the animals we use, in fact. Actually, they're quite intelligent. So let's say that you actually lose some of your intelligence, not all. Mm-hmm. You're as intelligent as the cows, maybe a pig. Is it moral for us to take advantage of you, to exploit you?
Definitely not. But I think
Why?
that's kind of, because I think that's to my point, though. The whole point of veganism, it feels like, is to separate yourself
No, citizen.
from a circle
Veganism,
of violence.
blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it not okay for me to exploit you now that you have the sapience of a pig?
I mean, you're not going to like this answer, but realistically, if I'm rolling around in feces, you can put me down. Like, that's
So
okay.
I want to get this clear, citizen, because I understand you're laughing about it and you're thinking about just yourself. But the point
Yeah.
I'm making when I use you as an example is human rights. So I understand that you're like being hokey dokey with your own autonomy, but do you really not believe in human rights? Do you think it's
feel like that's
okay if
kind
I
of a
was to
gotcha
breed
question that
humans
doesn't
and
really.
turn them into bacon?
So again, I don't really believe in factory farming. So
This
like
is
breeding stuff
crazy.
for the purpose
Dude, what
of
the hell?
Can I just add?
I just want to add though, I didn't say factory farming pigs. I said I'm going to farm humans for bacon. I didn't say I was going to factory farm them. I
No,
said I'm
because
going to farm them. I could be farming them like a backyard farm. Right?
okay.
It has
And
nothing to do
pigs
with
don't
factory farming.
pigs don't naturally they don't like seek out feces to roll in. They like to roll in the mud, which is
They
water
don't.
and dirt.
Which is
Yeah,
delicious a lot of the time.
They generally will not defecate where they are going to be rolling in.
Mhm.
That's a generalization. Now, I'm not gonna say every single pig doesn't.
No,
But
no.
except
So what's the point of that?
on factory farms, they're always rolling in their shit because they only have 2 feet of space to live in.
You're preaching to the choir, sister. You don't got to lecture me on factory farming.
All right,
Then why are you
citizen.
acting like you have no idea what you're talking about?
I feel like I have. I just get
No,
talked over every time.
you actually haven't. You
talking.
are literally not answering. You're saying that pigs roll in their own shit, which isn't true.
No, but if
You're
I
saying
am,
that
then I should be put down.
if you are as dumb as a pig, then we should just put you out. Like, what are you even talking about? That's
Well, I just
awful
think
to say,
I don't
first of
think.
all. Second of all, pigs are very intelligent. They're as intelligent as a 3 or 4-year-old child. Chickens can do simple math. Like, you're acting like you've farmed these animals before, which I guess you have. You just see them as objects, which is really sad.
Well, I see myself as an object too. To be fair, I mean.
You're being disingenuous. You don't see
No, I
yourself as
do.
an object.
No, I don't know if you know what returning
And
is,
again,
I
we
believe it's called.
understand that you don't care about your own autonomy, but when you're being stupid about saying, "Oh, you can do what you want to me," we're talking about
You gotta
human
talk
rights.
down.
What about your mother? What about your father? What if I want to do things to them? Do you respect their autonomy enough to say, "Hey, don't do that to them"?
Well, I think like I did with my chickens, when they
You
get
would
old
cut
enough,
your parents' head off?
they plan on ending their own lives when they
So
get
with
too
an
old,
axe, you're going to put them over on the same stump and then use the same axe and whack them off?
I could use. I mean, they could use a gun if that would be better. I guess.
Citizen, get the fuck out of here. You're disgusting. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm dropping a bunch of F-bombs now. I'm pissed. Who talks about their parents and blowing their heads off? Gross, dude. You're disgusting. Sorry, go ahead.
These people just can't connect with reality. Like, they have no way to conceptualize reality, seemingly.
They're literally coming up here like, I shouldn't say literally. They're figuratively coming up here and be like, "Do you got any bullets I could bite? I would like to bite some bullets."
No one actually thinks like that. And if you do, you should call a hotline.
Yeah, exactly. You need to talk to somebody. And honestly, I said this earlier, like, you do matter. As much as I did not like that guy, you still matter, right? You should care about your autonomy. If someone tries to schmurder you, you defend yourself, right? You're important. Even though you're annoying me right now. Yeah.
I can't imagine not being able to actually put yourself in a hypothetical situation.
Well, they can. See, that's what it is. That's what's funny, is they literally are, but they're like, "Oh, I know where this is going. I have to stop it before it continues because then I'm going to look wrong." And their pride is taking over, and that cognitive dissonance where they're like, "I can't be wrong. This is uncomfortable. I have to change this."
Do we need a little river to help
Yeah,
us
hi,
wipe our
sweetie.
slates clean?
Oh.
What are you doing? He's so pretty. Oh, you good boy.
Oh, look at that sweetness. Hi, sweetie. Oh, yeah. Oh.
He can hear you. That's why he's all excited.
Yeah, what a good baby.
He's saying hi.
Oh, look at that heavy tail.
It's always wagging.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway.
That does make me feel good. All right, let's bring up someone else. That made me feel good. Thank you. Let's
You're
do
welcome.
We'll
I
do
figured
one
you
last
could
one.
do it.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. All right, let's bring up. Oh man, I don't know who's been up here longer.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna bring up tea. I just picked one. I'm sorry. It's Benny Boo. All right, tea.
Sorry, I had to like made that comment about the pig. I was just like, I have to get
no,
this in
you're
there.
absolutely right, too. Pigs are very intelligent, yeah. Hey, T, are you over 18?
Could you repeat that, please?
Are you over 18?
Yes.
Okay, what year were you born?
2006.
Okay. All right, how do you morally justify not being vegan?
Now, before we get started, when you say you mean me personally, my own personal reason.
Just you. Yep, I'm always going to
Not
ask
just
about
general
your
thing.
perspective.
Okay. I know this is kind of more of a general reason that a lot of people do it, but me personally, at least growing up, it was just more affordable to eat meat.
Okay, what about right now?
Right now, my entire education depends on it. I'm a college athlete. I can't afford to be on a plant-based diet.
Actually, funny enough, if you're open to hearing it, I don't know. But a vegan diet is actually, especially a whole food plant-based diet, is 30% cheaper. It can be up to 30% cheaper. I mean, you can buy the local fruits and vegetables that are in season, or canned fruits and vegetables, or frozen fruits and vegetables, beans, rice, nuts, tempeh, tofu. All these things store for a long time and are really cheap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's your advice on a high protein diet for maintaining weight?
Yeah, I would actually recommend you look up like Brian Turner or the Hench Herbivore, because they're bodybuilding coaches and they're fully vegan, plant-based. And they are very, especially the Hench Herbivore is very open about what he eats, and he absolutely eats a whole food plant-based diet.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's ripped. There's more. I think it's Tori Washington is another great coach. He's ripped as well. I think he's like in his 50s. Those guys are coaches. There's lots of other bodybuilders. There's like Nimai Delgado. He's been at least vegetarian, I believe, his whole life, and vegan for most of his life. So he's never eaten animal flesh before.
Okay.
And he's in the documentary.
Well, that's very interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a documentary also called, oh gosh, guys, what's it called? The sports one. Game Changer. You should check that one out. That's a great documentary.
Yeah, I was fascinated. I think I'd seen a trailer for that. There was somebody that mentioned, like, how can you be as strong as an ox without eating meat? And then he said, when have you ever seen an ox eating meat?
Yeah, that was Patrick Baboumian. Yeah, he was one of the strong men from Germany. He's got those big chops, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. He's a cool
guy,
too.
I appreciate your time.
Okay. Well, just remember that every time that you purchase animal products, you're sending the next individual through a system that we wouldn't even put our worst humans through, right? Scary. We'd never put our companions into a slaughterhouse because we know it hurts and it's scary. Check out, if you could, take a screenshot, go watch Dominion. It's a really good documentary. It just shows you the standard practices. It's not a gotcha film. It just shows you standard practices and what it means under those labels. And if you do watch it, please come talk to me. I'd love to have a chat with you.
Okay.
You just sound open-minded, so.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Well, I appreciate you coming up then.
Yeah, of course. You have a good one.
You too. I'm willing to do one more if you guys are. That guy was pretty quick. Okay. We'll bring up Benny because I had promised Benny I would bring him up next time. Benny, are you over 18 at least?
Listen, I'm going outside real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Are you over 18?
Oh, yeah, I'm 20.
Okay, good. Just let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, good. So how do you morally justify not being vegan?
Money, feeding, and money and food. That's how I morally justify it.
So a plant-based diet is actually been found to be much cheaper, like 20 to 30% cheaper. So if you're interested in that, I do have resources. A whole food plant-based diet is the cheapest and healthiest.
Also, I'm on disability and don't get hardly any money, and I'm still able to afford it and work because I budget for it.
Yeah, and No, it's kind. I grow my plants. I do. I preferably stick to my agricultural ways. So I don't think I can really give up give up my meats. It's been like
Wait,
a way of life.
hold on.
That's been a way of.
I need to understand. You said you grow your own plants, right? And you need to stick to your own
Yep.
agriculture. What do you
Yep.
feed the animals you use?
I don't do for animals no more. I used to, but no more.
Okay,
But
so when you
yeah.
are demanding when their products, what do you think
Hmm?
those animals are eating?
Oh, they mostly eat grain.
Right. So we're growing a bunch of food for them when you could just eat plants directly.
Yeah. That's how was at the time making
Okay,
my
so
profits.
you said also, I want to go back actually. There was a little bit of you contradicted yourself. You said you'll only eat your agriculture, but then you said you don't grow animals anymore. So are you vegan now?
Oh no, I still eat my animals from
Okay,
going to the shops and buying them.
so you don't just use your own agriculture. You
Yeah.
rely on other farms. So why can't you be vegan?
Because I eat my own vegetables to cut costs.
So the vegetables are where you cut your costs?
Yeah, because I grow them myself.
Animal products are so much more expensive. Why
Yeah,
are you
but I'm
buying
not
animal products?
expensive.
Why don't you just buy plant-based products? It'll cut your costs literally to a third. Or by a third, I should say.
I like my meats. That's the
So it's
best I
not
can
about
say.
cost, it's about your taste pleasure.
Oh,
Because I just told
yeah.
you that it's not cost. You could actually save money by not buying those animal products.
Yep, and also I save a lot of money from buying the animals from where I work
Do
as
you
well.
care about animals at all?
Yeah, I've got two
So
dogs.
do you care about their suffering? Like, why don't you eat
Oh,
your dogs?
because they're pets, they serve purpose for me when I go hunting. So
What if
yeah.
they don't want to go hunting anymore? What if they
Oh,
suddenly have gotten really tired, they've got some arthritis, they're still young though, they still care about life, they still can, live life, but they just don't want to go hunting anymore. What are you going to do?
then they're breeders.
Oh,
Gross,
so you're
dude.
gonna forcibly grape your pets? That's nice.
I don't rape my pets.
That's what it is.
That's what you're doing.
Oh.
When you put a boy dog and a girl dog together, it doesn't matter if they're in heat, doesn't matter of any of that stuff. You are forcing them to produce animals that don't need to be in this world.
Yeah.
Unless no, that don't need to be in this world.
Okay, so can I breed dogs for dog fighting?
That's a tab different.
Why?
Because you're breeding them to fight their own kind.
You're breeding them to go fight other animals. Why is it
I'm
different?
breeding them to go pigging.
Exactly.
So
You're breeding them to go attack another sentient being who's actually more intelligent than them.
There and so.
Pigs are actually one of the most intelligent, like the fifth most intelligent animal.
Yeah, when it comes to the nose, yeah.
No, their intelligence. Their intelligence. They understand things. They can problem solve. They're more intelligent than your dogs. And you're breeding your dogs to basically dog fight. So you, by your own morals, are immoral.
Yeah. Well, I get my meat out of the pigs and I get my money from selling their carcasses.
All right, I'm going to give you one more chance. So let's say some aliens come down and they want to turn you into food. Do you find that fair?
That's the way the world works.
You're being
If I die while pigging, then that pig eats my body. That is how the world is.
That's not what I
gonna
said,
be.
Brenny. I said some aliens come down. Hush.
Yeah, but still same
Hold on,
premise.
listen. Oh, God, the sound from your microphone is also getting to me a little bit. So some aliens come down, and they want to use you. They don't have to. They just feel that humans have been overpopulating, and they think that humans spread disease, and so they're coming down out of compassion. They're going to pew-pew you while you're in your home, right? They don't have to. They can go eat something else. They could just take pictures of you and fly away, right? They don't have to do anything to you. Which would you prefer? Being pew-pewed or just being left alone? It's right there. Pew-pewed or left alone?
Oh, I'd rather get left behind alone. But if the death is quick,
So if
the
you
death is
if
quick, I
you
don't
would
give a
prefer
shit.
that, if you would prefer to be left alone, how do you feel that, like, why do you think the animals feel any different?
Oh, it's just the game or law of the jungle,
No, you
as
have a
people say.
choice. You can make a choice to not pew pew them. You can make a choice to not demand from your farming neighbors to grape animals and then unalive them. You can do that. You have a lot of power. And for your taste pleasure, I guarantee, as you just said, you would prefer to be left alone. Those aliens can go eat something else. You are in that same position right now. Go eat something else. You don't need to use animals.
Yeah.
Look, I don't even think you're up here honestly. I don't think you know what the animals go through. I think you're just up here
I
to
work
just.
in an abatoir. I'm pretty sure I'm more
I mean, why wouldn't you bring
accumulated.
that up in the beginning? I honestly don't believe you.
Oh, I did say. I buy my meat from my shop.
You didn't say shop. You said your own
I said,
agriculture. And you didn't say
yeah,
you
I'm in
bought your
agriculture
meat
and I
from
buy
a
my meat from
butcher.
work.
You said you get it from other farmers.
Yep,
So you're
I get my
changing
meat
your
from the
story.
shop.
You're
I grab my
changing
meat
your
from the shopping
story.
center.
So,
Yeah,
okay,
you
if
don't
you
know
eat
shit.
cows and you work in the slaughterhouse, why don't you
Yep.
tell me how they kill a cow? Or excuse me,
All
unalive,
right,
because we're on
all right.
TikTok.
Do you want to know which gun do you want to know? Do you want to know the mushroom gun or do you want to know the bolt gun? You pick one, or don't you know that?
So it's that they go in, they get stunned,
Yep.
and then
Cows
they
don't
get
get
hung
stunned.
by they get their throat slit, and then they
Cows.
get hung by their leg.
No, cows don't get stunned. They get shot in the head with a bolt gun.
Oh my
Then they
God,
go
dude.
onto the floor.
Which doesn't even work most of the time.
What do you think the bolt gun is for, silly wits? It's to stun them. They're not unalived at that point. They're still alive. They need the heart pumping to get all that fluid out. Silly. They're not unalived from that. They're stunned. That is stunning.
Oh my God, they get put into a cage, a bolt gun or the mushroom gun, but we work with a bolt gun. They get lobotomized to a fucking bolt gun, stabbed in the throat to the bleed out, hung upside down, and then fucking goes
Now,
to the other
can I do that to a dog?
Oh fuck! I doubt you'll need like a whole big equipment for that. I can do that by hand if I so desire
I
to.
honestly I don't think this is going to go anywhere.
I don't think so
at all.
either. I just think
And
that this guy enjoys abusing animals, and I kind of wanted to make an example of him, and he already did it. He just explained what happens to the cow, and I said, well, what if it was a dog? And already he had an honest reaction, which was, ugh. And then he had to cover it up by being like, oh, you don't need big machinery. But clearly he is emotional right now because I mentioned dogs, and that makes him uncomfortable because he has 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I don't believe him, by the way, at all. He kept just adding things to his story. I'm like, why didn't you bring that up in the beginning? You said that you just farm your own vegetables, and then you never mentioned the abattoir in the beginning. Did he? Or maybe I missed it. Okay.
He just said like he does his own ag, but he didn't mention that like he has like by that he meant animals. I was thinking agriculture, like he was doing vegetables. That's what he sounded like at first.
Oh yeah, so he said he only eats his own vegetables from his own agriculture.
Yeah.
And so I assumed that he also meant, because he's up here to defend eating animals, I assumed that meant he was raising them. When I asked him, he said no, he doesn't raise them anymore.
It's like his friends.
Yeah, his friends. And that he only eats his own vegetables to cut costs. That doesn't really...
It was just like a 5-way story. It was weird.
Yeah. And then suddenly he's talking about that he gets it from his butcher shop, and it's like, okay. And then what was getting me, though, was that he actually knows the process, but he didn't want to recognize that it's immoral to do to a cow, even though they're very similar to dogs.
It almost sounds like he used to work or works very closely with people who do it.
I mean, he might just know what goes on. You can just
That's
look
true.
it up.
I mean, yeah, Dominion shows everything, so.
Anyway, I just felt like he was just totally Go ahead, Ciara.
I think he probably has done it before. That's what it sounded like at the end there. And I think these people, are traumatized, and
yeah,
they don't know how to work through it, and so they just keep doubling down. Like they are straight up traumatized from unaliving these animals their whole life.
That's actually a really
Like
good
that
point.
they say it like they're so proud of doing it, and like their dogs going and brutally murdering pigs. Like they
And the
say it like they're
dogs,
so proud, and it's like, no, you're traumatized. Like it's not healthy.
yeah, and the dogs can get hurt really badly too. So it's not just on their end.
Yeah.
I mean, or it's not just on the pig's end. Like the dogs can really get injured badly too.
Yeah, everybody can. Yeah, it's just a dangerous situation. It doesn't even need to happen, and that's what's frustrating about it. Because he's not even, if he was an honest person, we could talk about alternatives. Instead of pew-pewing these animals that are possibly, being invasive, there are other options. Maintaining a habitat that they stay in, or birth control, or, decreasing our animal agriculture just so they have land. Anyway. Oh, I don't know whose background that is. Woo. Oh, it's Ciara. I'm sorry, Ciara. Somebody sounded like a dish or something.
I tried to mute myself. I don't know why it didn't work.
I have a fan going. I don't know if you can hear the fan at all, but I always have a fan on, so.
Oh, no, I don't hear the fan. No, it was Ciara's mic. It's gone now, Ciara. When you came back on, I don't hear it. Anyway, I'm going to end anyway, so I just was kind of frustrated with the lineup today. I had maybe a couple good people, though, so that makes it worth it. But anyway.
I'm glad I remembered you were live today. I was like, oh man, she's probably on right now.
I was late anyway, so it's okay. I always the last minute. I'm trying to because there's so many settings I have to change. So I just need to do it earlier and be a responsible adult. Anyway. All right. I'm going to hop off. You guys have a great day. And I'll be live on Monday, 9 a.m. PDT. If you're not following these awesome vegan ladies, sorry, it's on the other side of my screen, please do follow them. Ciara Vegan Foodie does really awesome reviews of vegan foods.
Oh, she does. They're amazing.
And stuff. Amazing. And Kelly is just an amazing activist, newly vegan, but already out talking to people. She's amazing. Definitely follow both of them. So thank you guys for being here. Do you guys want to say anything?
Have a good day. Enjoy your meeting.
Thank you. Yeah, just to learn how to be nonviolent when communicating to people.
Oh, man.
Anyway. All right, you guys. I'll see you later. And thank you to all my vegans in the chat. Thank you for keeping it safe in there.
Yes, thank you, Frisia, and everyone else. Love you.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, guys. All right, I'll see you guys later. You have a great day.
Bye.